Lesson 1, 你好. So today we are going to learn how we make greetings. First, we have a brief introduction of Chinese language system. Now, if you see this, I believe some of you might know it is Chinese, but you definitely don't know how it sounds like or the meaning of it, right? But if I show you this, now you might roughly know how it sounds like. It sounds like 你好,你好. Yes. So these two are the two systems in Chinese language. The first one is our character system, and the second one is our sound system. And we'll learn it one by one. So as 你好, as an example, in sound system, it write like this. And in character system, it write like this. 你好 means namaste. If we see it in Nepali language, then the sound system roughly means this kind of namaste, which sometimes we use it in the chat, especially texting to others on the phone. And in English, it refers to this. And the character refers to the standard language, the formal language we use. Like this in Nepali, namaste, or hello in English. So the sound system, the Chinese meaning of the sound system is Pinyin. Pinyin. Character system is called 汉字. 汉字. And here I also wrote the name of the system. So Chinese language, we call it 汉语. 汉语. Nepali language, we call it 尼泊尔语. 尼泊尔语. And the last one, English, is 英语. 英语. Okay, now let's learn some brief introduction. First one is 你好. 你好. Whenever we met someone, no matter we know him or her or not, we can say 你好. Hello or namaste. Actually, in the Chinese language, 你好, the meaning of it is more similar to the Nepali language instead of English language. Because if we divided it into the two single character, we can tell 你 means you and 好 means good or fine. So in this simple greeting, it also contains my best wishes to you. Just like namaste, I'm wishing you all well, right? But in English language, hello is just a simple greeting word.
课文1
Text 1.
你好，你好，
New words. 你好,
您好,您好. And the reply is 你们好,你们好. This greeting is actually given here according to this picture. So 您好, 您 is how we say you to the person we respect. So to the person who is elder than us. And in this case, I'll again introduce it in Nepali language because in English we only have you, but in Nepali we have dimi and dabai. So this 您 refers to dabai, and the 您好 refers to, we can guess. So when we are making greetings to the people we respect, instead of namaste, we say namaskar. Yes, 您好 means hello. In this picture, These young couple are saying 您好 to this old man, right? And the old man replies 你们好,你们好, because there are two people here. So 们 is a plural form. 你 means 地米, 你们 means 地米和入. You see, in this case, the English version it still gives hello. All of it are hello. But the new words explains here. 您 is you in a polite way. And 你们 is you in the plural form.
Text 2.
您好，你们好，
New words. 您你们
Okay, next one is how we say sorry. So sorry is 对不起,对不起, sorry. And how we reply to sorry? Say, it's okay, never mind, right? So we say 没关系,没关系,对不起, I'm sorry. 没关系, that's okay. And this English version is not exactly refers to the Chinese meaning. What we are learning here is in which situation, in which conversation we use all these conversation or sentence.
Text 3. 对不起
没关系，
New words. 对不起没关系
Now, after this three brave conversation, I believe you have a more deep understanding of the Chinese language system. So now we will learn the Pinyin system first. Pinyin system. As we can tell from the example we just learned, all this Pinyin, we use the same Roman alphabet, which is also the English alphabet. And in English alphabet, we divided all the alphabet into vowel and consonant. Right? We have 5 vowels and 21 consonant in English language. While in Chinese language, we also divided all the pinyin into 2 parts. The first part, we call it initial, and the second part, we call it final. So we have another example of Nepali language. Nepali language in this case, in the alphabet's case, it's more like English language, right? We have a vowel and we have consonant. So what's the pinyin system? Here in pinyin system, we have 21 initials, which is being listed here, and 36 finals. And this initial and final are divided into part 1 and part 2 because we are going to learn it in lesson 1 and lesson 2. So instead of this division, there's no other division to these 2 parts. We can remember all this initial and finals together. And today, lesson 1, we are just gonna learn this initial 1 and finals 1. So the first one is initial. We'll listen to it once first.
声母一，
Initials 1. 波坡摸夫的特呢了个 科呵鸡七西
And then we have 韵母。
韵母一，
Finals one 一乌吁啊呀哇哦窝耶约哀歪 a 微凹腰
Okay, so for 韵母, you can tell from this chart that 韵母 is more than 声母, right? And it might look more difficult than 声母, because in 声母, we only have the single alphabet here, while in 韵母, some of it is the combination of 2 or 3 single finals. And for this one sounds like yu, yu. Yu is the only alphabet that we have in Chinese language system. Well, it's not existed in the English system. This one, the only one. And for this kind, in total, we have 3 final that is writing in this way. This is to tell you that the sound of this 韵母 comes from the first one. While in our daily use, we don't use this. We never use it. We just use the one in this code. So we can simply just remember this one, and that's why I overcrossed the first one. And this one sounds like we. For 声母 and 韵母, there's no easy way for you to remember, but to read after it once and once again, to copy it once and once again, because it's the most basic element of a language. Okay, after this 声母 and 韵母, let's come back to 你好 again. The red part is we just learned initials, 声母, and the black part is finals, 韵母. So now we can tell there's a simple rule here. All this pinyin start from 声母 and end with 韵母. So we start from initial and end with finals. Apart from 声母 and 韵母, some of you might have noticed that we have a little mark here, right? We have a little mark here, which we don't have in the English language. So what's this? This is what make most foreign students headache thing, the tone, the Chinese tone. So in total, we have 4 tones here. That is the 4 basic tones. And we call it first tone, which looks like this, second tone, third tone, and the fourth tone. And then let's learn it one by one. So the first one, the first tone, sounds like ah, ah. And this sound we can tell from this mark here. this sound goes swift. It goes smooth. It doesn't goes up or down, just in a horizontal line. So for this example character sounds like ma, ma, ma. You see my sound, my tone, just goes in a horizontal line. And the second one, from this mark, we can know that this tone goes up, right? So in this case, in this example, we have the same Sheng mu and Yun mu, same initial and final, but only the different in tone. And this sounds like ma, ma, ma. You see the tone goes up. And the third tone sounds like, just like in this mark here, first it goes a little bit down and then goes up. Ma, ma, ma. And the fourth tone goes down, right? Directly from the top to the bottom. It sounds like ma, ma, ma. So here is our four tones. And what's the difference of these four tones? What's the how we use it? Is when the Sheng mu and the Yun mu is the same, then different tone can mean the different meaning. Just like the example here, ma means mom or mother, and ma means fibrous crops. Ma means horse. Ma means squat, to squat someone. Ma. And although we haven't learned the character now, we can also tell from this four yellow character that the character is also different. So Pinyin is not all of the Chinese language. It's just an assistant system for the Chinese character. And our final goal is to know, to recognize all these Chinese character. And let's practice the tone here.
朗读下列音节，注意声调的不同。
Read the syllables aloud and pay attention to the tones.
Ah, 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 ah. O, 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 o. E, 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 E. W, 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 W. Ü, 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 Ü.
No matter which tone we are using, all the tone is being written on the top of the Yun mu. So for the whole Chinese sound system, we call it Pinyin, Pinyin, right? And we can also call it a Chinese syllable, which has the same meaning here. And a Chinese syllable is usually made up of an initial, Sheng mu, a final, Yun mu, and a tone, Sheng diao. Generally speaking, one Chinese character corresponds to one syllable. Like we just came through, 你好 is two characters, right? And for both ni and hao, it has its own Chinese syllable. Each character's sound is combined by one initial, one final, and a tone. A Chinese syllable can have no initial, but must have a final and a tone. For example, 猫 猫 猫 means cat. For 猫, initial is ma. Final is ao. And we are using the first tone here. So in together, it sounds like 猫 And we'll pass the second first and move to the third one, because the second one is an irregular change here. So the third one is 姐 means elder sister. And the initial we are using here is 鸡 Final is 耶 Together with the third tone, just like this tone looks like, the sound goes down and goes up, right? So together, we spell all these three parts together and it becomes 鸡也姐 elder sister. So in daily life, if we are calling our elder sister, we call her 姐姐 Just like in Nepali, we say 弟弟 姐姐 And the last one is what we are telling here. A Chinese syllable can have no initial. So for this character 2, we don't have initial here, right? And for final, we are using er. The tone, the fourth tone, which means sound goes down. So it sounds like R. And let's come back to the second one. For this fish, 鱼. First, we can notice from this space, this blank here, it doesn't have initial, right? And the final is using this most special one, 鱼. The tone is second one, which means sounds goes up. So it sounds like 鱼. So why we are not writing it like just a yu and a second tone here? Instead, we write it like this. Because when yu acts as a syllable by itself, this y is added before it. And then we remove the two dots on the top of it. So you see, only for this one, only for this yu is the most special one because it is not existed in the Roman alphabet. And also, when we are using it, we have some special rule for it. Once again, when yu acts as a syllable by itself, which means it comes singularly in itself, and not existed in our Sheng initial system. It's just a special change here. And how this y sounds like is 一 We add this Y before it, and we remove the 2 dots on the top of it. So it looks like this. Fish is 鱼, 鱼, 鱼. Let's do some practice. And for this special Y and the W is what you need to pay attention. Is that special occasion we came to 鱼.
看图片，朗读下列单音节词语。
Look at the pictures and read the monosyllabic words aloud.
一、五、鱼、耳、比、猫、岛、花、鸡、七、鞋、雪、咖啡、可乐、烤鸭、火锅、地图、飞机、毛笔、耳机。
And for tone, here we have a special occasion for tone as well, just like 语 in 韵母. So here, when 2 third tone syllables are read in sequence, just like this, you see in a word, we have 2 third tone is using here. Then the first syllable turns into the second tone. Like this. First one turns into the second tone. So we can try the second word here first. For each character, it sounds like 可, 可, 以, 以. And together, the first one change into the second tone. So together it sounds like 可以, 可以, 可以. And this one, separately, it sounds like 辅导, 辅导, 辅导. But what I just read is the wrong one, the wrong version. What we read in the right version is 辅导, 辅导, 辅导. And compare between it, first this wrong one, 辅导, 辅导. And the right one now, 辅导, 辅导. But here, in the rule, when we are writing it, we still write it in the original way. So we still write it in this third tone, but only in the oral speaking, we read it in this second tone and third tone. So now let's come back what we learned at the beginning of the class. When we say hello, we say 你好, right? 你好. So with this special rule, it sounds like not the third tone, right? It sounds like 你好, 你好, 你好. Let's take a short break of 15 minutes. And after the break, we'll start our 汉字 practice, our character part.